Okay, another little test here. I am sitting at Boston Logan. This is actually, I bought the Fly Tampa Boston Logan scenery, so I'm going to taxi over there to see how the scenery looks a little bit over there. Right now I've got the weather not in live mode, but I've got it set, and I've got a little precipitation and stuff just to try to create some extra weather and clouds. I am running at 4K right now, so this is 4K on all three TVs. Again, I have not figured out, trial and try again, I have not figured out how to get just 3 windows running. I always seem to have this fourth one running in the background. I just can't get the alignment right without adding a third window and aligning those 3 rather than the main one. So this is the main window over here. It's running in the background, but you can see my frames are locked at 30 right now and running good. This is again 4K on all 3 75-inch monitors. To talk about that a little bit, my last video there was a commenter, 737, and I have his name written down. I want to give him proper credit, him or her. Yeah, 737 Guppy. Thank you very much for your comments and your suggestions, just to let everyone know what was suggested and what worked. I'm going to go into my general options here for a moment, and as soon as I get my mouse back over here, let me take off the warping for a second. There we go. So under the graphics display mode, you can see I'm running in 3840 by 2160 4K. Change the anti-aliasing to NVIDIA DLSS Super Resolution, Ultra Performance, and DLS Frame Generation on. In order to turn this on, you need to go into your graphics settings. Hold on a minute. Let me get the settings menu up over here. So go into your graphics settings, display, and you want to go to where it says graphics settings in here, and you want this checked on, hardware accelerated GPU scheduling, and you need to restart your PC after you make the change, but you want that on. I believe you can only do this if you've got a 4090 card. I may be wrong there, but I believe it's only on the 4090 card. Well, if I take away the debug window for a minute, frames, and I go on this NVIDIA DLSS frame generation and I hold over it, it says frame generation boosts frame rates by using AI to render additional frames. This feature requires a GeForce RTX 40 series graphics card. So maybe it'll work on a 4070. I have a 4090. It also tells you that you need to have that GPU scheduling HWS enabled in Windows settings. So thank you 737 Guppy for that tip. The other tip that was given by him or her, 737 Guppy, was to turn on VSync and set the frame rate to 50% monitor refresh rate, which I've done. You can see also that my global rendering quality right now is set to ultra, which means that it automatically bumps all this stuff up. So I am on ultra settings, 4K. Let me get out of this, discard, resume. I'll turn the frame rates back on. And again, there's my frame rates right now. There's a plane going over. And I'll leave that window in the background and put up the full windows here. Again, this is Boston Logan. I just bought this. This is Fly Tampa scenery. I'm going to taxi a little bit here. We can see how the performance feels on the ground taxiing, but for me, this is great. I'll taxi over around the field over here. I mean, it feels really good.
Approaching runway 09.
I'm not really
runway 09.
personally seeing any jitters here. Off over here. Get in a little bit closer to the airport scenery. Again, I'm not seeing any jitters. Great resolution here, 4K. Try to slow myself down a little bit.
Approaching runway 04 left. Entered runway 04 left. 7,500 feet remaining.
This airport scenery looks fantastic. Again, this is 4K. Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 defaults, except for this is an add-on scenery. I think it was like 13 or 14 bucks. Fly Tampa for Boston Logan. I'm gonna go back out here onto the runways. Got weather running. I'm not getting any jitters, any shakes whatsoever. Seems to be pretty butter smooth to me. Pro Sim, of course. Let's get back out here on the runway and I will do a takeoff real quick. One-handed takeoff again. We'll be doing
approaching runway 04 left.
4 left here.
Entered runway 04 left. 7,900 feet remaining.
Weather looks great. Okay, no auto throttle or anything on this takeoff. I'm just gonna goose it and go. So my warping is looking pretty good. Everything's lined up really nice. That flaps at 5. Get the power set in here. Only problem I've seen so far in Pro Sim with Microsoft Flight Sim, there's 2 of them. There's one, runway authority on takeoff. Everybody, a lot of others are mentioning it. It's a little bit jittery, like it's a little bit too powerful. And I think you lose authority at some point. There's the takeoff, folks. I'm not familiar with the Boston area, but man, the scenery looks good. Get my gear up. My nose back down. Sorry for the mouse on the glare shield. Trim out here a little bit. Weather looks really good. Flaps up. 30. This looks phenomenal. Look at the scenery down here. Let me do a bank here and
Bank angle.
slow down. Get my altitude back down a little bit so I get below the cloud layer. Water looks really good. Interesting, got different reflections going on because of the monitor. So you see the cloud on the right monitor there. The drawback to monitor, it's picking up the brightness on the left monitor off of that screen. But I can live with that. I am getting a little bit of you'll see out there some lines going through the clouds that are coming in and out a little bit when I'm turning. Nothing I couldn't live with. I'm not sure what that's all about. Let me continue coming around here. And let's look at the frames. Okay, frames are still in the green up there, 30.
Class Delta at 13.2 miles. Caution, TFR ahead.
Should be going right over the airport here in a minute. There's the airport down there. See a plane taking off out of the mist. Very nice. Here's the city. Let's see if I can crank the weather real quick.
Class Delta at 9.1 miles.
I go to weather and I set it to clear skies. Close that. Get back to the window one. Okay. Now we got clear skies so we can see how this is looking here. Downtown Boston. I mean,
Caution.
unbelievable. Look at that. It's just crazy graphics. And I'm not having any jitters. Crazy. I mean, this system is really, really doing a nice job. Stadium. And in 4K, oh, this is flight sim heaven. Let's take a look at the frames.
Class Delta at 6.7 miles.
Frames are doing really good up there. Let's come back around. And in 4K with 75-inch screens, the sharpness, the clarity, I mean, looking down there at the trees, and even, you know, I don't know if they're truly, they still look pretty big compared to the buildings, the trees down pass over the airport.
Sync rate.
Bridge is a little funky there, but I
Sync
think
rate.
that's just...
Sync rate.
Sync rate.
Okay, this is Fly Tampa's
Too low.
Watts
Terrain.
and Logan down there.
Too low. Terrain. Bank angle. Bank angle. Too low. Terrain.
Get the gear horn cut out there. Whoa, almost had a mid-air collision there.
Traffic.
I don't think
1 mile.
all this
400
traffic
feet
coming in
below.
for landing likes me going right straight on, head on into it. You got windmills out here.
Traffic. 11 o'clock. 1 mile.
Traffic all
500
over the
feet below.
scope here.
Traffic. 4 o'clock. 3 miles. 700 feet above.
Nice sunshine shimmering on the water. Everything is butter smooth. Smooth as silk, not a jitter. So I don't even need to go to that 2K setting. This is 737 Guppy. I can't thank you enough. This is awesome. And my CPU is not overclocked. It's stock. So is the graphics card. Stock.
Caution. TMR ahead.
And just to prove that, I'm going to go ahead and bring up CPU-Z. There's my CPU. Graphics. 4090. And we can bring up the Gigabit Control Center. And we'll go over to fan control here. And you'll see my CPU temperature right now looks like it's right around 56.
Class Delta in 8.6 miles.
It's a Corsair H150 cooler on the CPU. All right, well, like I said, I think I've found the winner. This is what I'm staying with. Microsoft Flight Sim. And it was awesome. Just go to the marketplace real quick, pick a couple airports, buy them on the Microsoft account. They installed in seconds. Just really, I mean, easy to install stuff. And ProSim seems to be handling this really nice. Again, the only issues I saw so far with ProSim is the heading mode at 32,000 feet, maybe at other altitudes, starts an oscillation on autopilot. Did no oscillation on VNav, and that could be something I'm doing wrong. I don't know. And then on the ground, the rudder authority is a little bit extreme. Some folks, I guess, have gotten around that by taking the rudder control out of ProSim and putting it back into Microsoft Flight Sim for now, into the control settings there rather than just in ProSim. But it's livable for me. I'm not having a big problem with it. Anyway, that's it. I've got to build this whole overhead out. It's all OEM up there and nothing's wired, so it's from my old OEM build. So that's next on my agenda for the cockpit, but everything else is working great. And looks like we're going to be sticking with the 4K 75s and Microsoft Flight Simulator.